Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode here on Talk Daily, where we're going to be talking about the Ford Mustang. This article comes to us from David Beard. He's the writer. He does have a beard. And the article comes from Car and Driver. As always, I have a link to this article in the description below, along with everything else I show you here. So let's get to the point and let's get to the meat and the potato. Ford is basically what's going on is they're going to keep probably the same engine. They're going to change the interior, and they're going to probably do some tweaks to do with the chassis. And the new chassis is going to be called the S650. So this article goes on a speculation of what the car is going to look like. Again, this is an artist rendering from Car and Driver, so this is not an official picture by Ford. So let's read the headlines. The next generation Ford Mustang is set to arrive next year. And here's what to expect. Called the S650, this new generation is likely to have a carryover engines, but could add a hybrid variant. That's a key point right here. The exterior likely won't look too different as seen in our illustration. That's that picture. But the interior is slated to get a major redo. They're talking about basically the mule shot. They call them the mule shot. This is the cars I see a lot here in Southern California. The cars are kind of covered up with the camouflage. Basically, here's a picture of it. That's what the car looks like. That's the mule they're talking about. And according to this picture, Car and Driver is speculating the car is going to look the same. Now, as we all know, the glory days of this whole muscle car and V8, the doom burnouts and whatnot, those days are on their way out because of just regulation, more stringent regulation as far as mile per gallon. So manufacturers are really shying away from V8s, and I'll probably give you more like V6 turbo, twin turbo. You're still going to have the same output of horsepower, but things are changing, and eventually, of course, electrical. That's what remember, 2030, that's the deadline. So anyway, moving forward, they're saying, judging by that's the mule we talked about, we've seen roaming in the street of southeast Michigan. We don't expect the exterior design to stay far away from the current look. However, the interior undergoes major makeover. And I go further on saying that the Camaro Alpha platform outhandled the Mustang current S550 chassis, and Ford hoped to correct that with a 7th generation car dubbed the S650. If you don't know what a Camaro Alpha chassis looks like, that's pretty much, that's the Camaro, that's the chassis they're talking about. And even you see, they're talking about the highs, the great sounding V6 and V8, and they're talking about the 1LE track package. You have to understand that the difference between cost of 1LE package and the V6 are tremendous, so you get what you pay for. But again, there's nothing wrong with the Camaro. They're all beautiful. And then I talk about the Mustang, which is this one right here, and they're saying, it doesn't handle as good as a Camaro. In my opinion, it's the limit of adhesion of these vehicles is so high that I don't know. One thing I could agree with is definitely the 2.3 liter inline-four engine is not that. It's kind of hard. I mean, I wouldn't have a problem with it, but if you are thinking about it, okay, I want to have a V8, I want a V8 sound, then the 2.3 liter inline-four turbo, it's probably not going to be the most exciting engine, but it's very adequate. It's making 320 horsepower. Can you tune it to make more horsepower? I'm pretty sure. But as it is, that's a lot of horsepower out of 2.3 liter engine. And then here, so let's get to the point. The engines, 2.3 liter inline-four, that's probably going to stay. And then they're talking about they won't be surprised if we see a hybrid variant at some point. So I don't know, a hybrid with the inline-four. I don't know. They're putting it out there. And also there's the option of the V8. If they keep the V8s coming, there's one V8 making 450 horsepower. There's another V8, the 5.2 liter V8 from the GT500. They don't know if that's going to be available. But what's expected is a 6-speed manual and a 10-speed automatic to remain. We don't know about the V8s. Okay, so there's a lot of if in front of all the V8s. See, if the 760 horsepower supercharged 5.2 liter V8, if a hybrid keeps 450 horsepower V8s coming, they're happy. Again, we don't know about these. So don't. I don't want to say the V8s are gone, but we don't know yet. Ford might bring it. Again, you have to understand, as far the emission, and as no, not the emission right now, the Mpg, there you go, right, regarding Mpg requirement, the 2026 brings more stringent corporate average Mpg requirement. The key word here is corporate average. So Ford could manufacture a lot of electric cars and continue making V6, continue making V8s by saying that, look, our average meets the stringent Mpg requirement. So they have that option. Again, it's something that Ford it's totally up to what's the future of Ford forecast sales, manufacturing. So we don't know yet. But the 2026, that's the deadline. So the V8s, I hope they're going to stay alive until then. I like V8s. But there's nothing wrong with a 2.3 liter inline-four. But you know, if you want the power, if you're buying that car because you enjoy the V8s, and of course you're not going to be satisfied with 2.3 liter inline-four. Moving on, I don't know what the hybrid is going to be. It's very interesting out of hybrid, because you know, hybrid, if you combine it with the inline-four, you might get like instant torque thanks to the electric motor. I don't know how they're going to include the hybrid, but you can see a lot of the positives that comes from having an electric engine that's gives you torque on the spot. So it probably gives you like an excellent maybe acceleration. Who knows how they're going to add it, but Ford definitely has the know-how to make that car handle very good. And speaking of Ford know-how, Ford and Multimatic Motorsport will produce a Mustang GT3 race car that's going to be set debuted in the 2024 Rolex at Daytona. The 24-hour Daytona Rolex 24-hour at Daytona. Daytona 24-hour. Anyway, the long story short is it's going to be fantastic. That race is fantastic. If you have the chance to go watch it, please do. If you're in Florida, you're lucky. If you can go travel up there and watch it, it's fantastic. A great atmosphere. I cannot talk enough about the Daytona 24. It's an experience of its own, and you see amazing cars, not just these cars. You see the Le Mans cars. There's so many fantastic cars. Porsches, Corvette, Mustangs, you name it is out there. So that's when they're going to be unveiling the new Mustang GT3, and here the speculating is maybe a version of that will be for the street, kind of like a Porsche GT. I don't know. It's just speculation. So there's a lot of speculation. There's a lot of excitement for this car. The Mustang, as we all know, is a very loved and very iconic vehicle. So I'm very excited for Ford. And we'll see what the future holds. Currently, and for now, we still have the option of getting a V8. That's great. What happened down the line, we don't know. But for now, I'm optimistic. They're correcting the chassis. I don't want to say they're correcting. They're just going to make it handle better. There's really nothing wrong with the older chassis. It's not like it would understeer and whatnot. So, again... it's great. They keep investing in the Mustang, and I'm happy to see that. Anyway, as always, thank you for watching. This has been a little short video, but we don't know yet. Maybe in the next LA Auto Show. I'm assuming LA Auto Show is in September. It's like literally the end of the year. Maybe we'll hear something about it. I'm going to be there in the LA Auto Show, so I'll probably make a couple of videos and share it with y'all, but that's still like down the line in September. Anyways, as always, thank you for watching, and as always, be safe out there, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.